Everyone, it's Megan here. I am going to show you guys how to do a smoky eye in 5 easy steps. I can talk. One of them is going to be a two-part step, but it's still the same 5 easy steps to do a smoky eye. This is how I've always done a smoky eye. You guys can do them different ways. This is how I've done it. It's always made it easier for me. And as always, if you guys have any questions, comment down below or off to the side, depending on which view you look at. And also, like always, I have linked my makeup page to the side or down below, depending on the view. So with further ado, we are going to do smoky eyes in 5 easy steps. But first off, I'm going to show you what you need. You're going to need an eye primer. So any eye primer, this is the eye primer I'm currently using. You can see I'm going to need a new one because it's kind of gone. But I currently already have it on my eyes, the eye primer. You are going to need 4 different types of brushes. You are going to need a flat brush. This is the one I'm using, my flat brush. You're going to need a blending brush or another flat brush, depending. It's just the set that I have. This is considered a blending brush, but this is the brush that I'm going to use. You are going to need a small angle brush. There's an angle. Then you're also going to need a smudge brush. A smudge brush or a blending brush. Either one we'll use, but like I said, I'm using this for something else, so I have a smudge brush that I use. So those are the brushes that you're going to need. Plus, you're going to need a beauty blender. That is really washed out. I don't know why I'm so washed out. It's always washed out in here. But that's my beauty blender that I have. You're going to need a beauty blender. What else is you're going to need is you're going to need your eye palette. I have a Sephora eye palette with me right now because that's just what I have and I've been using. Also, at our site, you can get the Diction eye palettes, which come with sets like certain colors, or you can always private message me and I can set up a smoky eye set for you. You also are going to need a concealer or something to help you cover up some of your mistakes. If you get mistakes, I have a concealer. Mine is from Tarte. So you can see it. I have unique concealer, but I prefer the Tarte because I prefer a wand. It makes my life so much easier using the wand. So with further ado, we are going to do a smoky eye. I am going to do a black smoky eye because it's going to show up easier on camera. So here is my colors, all my colors and everything. So I'll be using the black, the gray, and the white. It would be easier if I show it this way. Aha! Y'all can see my laptop. But yeah, so I'll be using this black right here, this gray, and this white up here. It's hard to do this. See the mess behind me too. You guys can also do a smoky eye in brown. I usually do a smoky eye brown for white, and then I add a little pop of color to it. And I have 2 browns on here that I use. I use this brown with this one, and then this middle brown. Ooh, I can do this all the way over here is what I use for my smoke, or I use these 2 on these side as well. So like I said, you need 3 colors for a smoky eye. I can help you set up a smoky eye if you guys need help with a smoky eye. But with further ado, we're going to go ahead and go in with our smoky eye. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the flagstone on this palette, which is overcast filter. So if you guys have Sephora and you have this one, you guys can use that. Which flagstone is basically a white. So I'm going to start off with a white and tap my brush in. Tap off the excess and bring the white up your crease. So I'm going to bring the white, it's in the crease, and you're going to bring it on up. You're not going to see it as much as more of a transition color. So I just bring it all the way up. This white. I'm going to try to put on a lot more just to make it noticeable. But this is going to go right on top of your crease. This is step 1. Technically, step 1 is the primer, but I don't count that. So this is step 1. So step 1 is you're going to bring your lightest color on the top, and you do the crease. and bring it up a little bit just to give you definition. After you do your white, which was with this brush I'm using, which is a blending brush, or you can use a flat brush, you're going to go in with your flat brush, and you're going to go in with that gray. And that gray is going to go in your eyelid, and this is going to be step number 2. So I'm taking this gray, going to tap off the axis, and then stick it on my eyelid. This one I'm definitely going to tap off the axis, unlike the excess. Unlike the white, you really don't need to worry about it as much. But I'm going to put this gray because this is so dark. You don't want to mess up the coloring. Put this gray on my eyelid. Which is step number 2. So once you get your gray, or this is where you're going to do, if you're doing brown, you're going to do light brown on the top and then a darker brown on your eyelid. Once you finish your eyelid part and you got it all even where you want it, then you're going to go in with your angular brush. You're going to tap it into the black or into the brown, depending on what color you're using. You're just going to tap the edges in onto the black, tap it off. Now here's where it gets to the interesting part, step number 3, which I think makes it a little bit more easier. With your eyeline brush, with your angular brush, you're going to just put a little V on the side of your eyelid. So on the top of here, you're going to make a little V. So it's just going to be a V. So just tap in your brush and make the V for the smoky eye. So you can put more color depending on how dark you want it. So go ahead and just put this little V right here to make your smoky eye. This will help. Can you all see this V? So you see how I have it as a V? Hey Sarah, how are you? So you see how I have this as a V right here. So this V right here will help you with the smoky eye. So you're going to have your light on top, your gray, so white, gray, and then your black, which we will smoke this out, and I'll show you how to smoke this out. This is how I've always done a smoky eye again. It's the easiest step. So if you're doing like a brown, you're going to do a lighter brown, darker brown, and this is where you're going to have that matte dark brown. So once you have this V, then you are going to take that smudge brush right here, a smudge brush or a beauty blending brush. So depending on what you have, I have to do that later on today. I just hope I get out before the rain. So you're going to take that smudge brush. I'm going to see if I can do this on camera. I do this the hard way. And then you're going to smudge that V into your eye. I usually bring my eye out and do it. So I'm going to try to do it without that. But you're just going to blend it in. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Maybe not. Let me set the mirror up on my computer. Let's see if I can get this to work. So you're going to take it and you're just going to smudge this out. You can bring it all the way over and just smudge your eye out to get a smoky eye. So this is step number 4. They're really easy if you follow the way that I do this. This is how I've always taught myself, and it's not that hard. You just build it up. So you can see right here, I already got the smoke going on, and this is where people freak out, is doing the smoke. So all you need to do is right when you get that first set, that smoke on, you can see that it's already starting to smoke. If you want it darker, all you need to do is go back in with that angular brush and make more of that V. So just make that V, and you can make it darker or lighter. Make it lighter by doing the smoking it out. And don't worry if you have excess down here, because I'm going to show you how to clean that up to make it look like that solid cat eye like people like. So I like my black smoky eyes really dark. And people freak out because then they think they're going to have a black eye. So again, I have a really dark, so you're going to have that V. Once you have that little V on the side of your eye, right here, so you have the V. Reminds me of Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus. Once you have that V, then you're just going to smoke it out by buffing it out with a smudger. So just smudge it on out. And then you can always bring it over This is where it also helps if you pull your eye out and go on that lower lash line. It helps too. Doing this with the computer, so bear with me. I can't do this one-handed. So bring it in that way. And then there you go. That's a smoky eye right there. Like I said, don't worry about this part because you can always clean this up later. But you can see I have the gray, the white, and the black, and it's smoked out. So once you get the desired look of the smoky eye, what you're going to do is you're going to take your concealer. It has a lot of concealer on it. And you're basically just going to cut this part out right here. Get your cat eye. I usually go all the way down and around because I'm usually having my foundation on. But I'm just doing the eyes. So you can see how I cut that line so I can get that cat line. And that's when you just take your Beauty Blender and you just blend everything out. And this is when I like the Real Technique Beauty Blenders because it has a flat edge and it helps you to buff it out. So this is step number 5 actually. It's the concealer and the Beauty Blender. Blending it out. And then you can see how I crease, you can see where you have that straight line. So that is that one, smoky eye. I'll do it again on this other side, just so you guys can see and see how to do it again. So again, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start off with your other, with a flat brush or whatever brush. You're gonna take that white and you're gonna bring it up top. So you're gonna bring the white up into the crease. It's just basically go in the crease and go a little bit up, just to add a little definition. So again, step number 1, into the crease and bring it up. Well, again, step number 1 is really technically the primer, but the primer is already on. So, but Sarah, you shouldn't be scared. This is really easy, I promise. So again, step number 1, it's just bringing that white, bringing it into the crease, and bring it up a little bit. Step number 2, it's going to be your gray, using your flat brush. And you're going to put that on your eyelid. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So 2, put that gray in your eyelid once you get the desired amount. Make sure you also have it matching up if you have your other eye done first. Now I tend to be a little heavy-handed on the other side, so I gotta be careful. That's when I'm gonna go back in with this white. Bring it a little bit more up here. Okay, and then for the smoky part that people freak out, take your angle brush, just dip it into the black. As it the edges, just dip, tap off, and make your V. And just make the V. And once you have your desired amount on there, you're going to take your smudge brush, and you're going to just smudge it on in. Bring your eye on out and smudge it. Bring it all the way over just to get to the crease. That's all it is. It's smudging there, smudging down here, just making that V a little bit more pronounced. Like I said, it doesn't matter on this side if you bring it down or anything because you can cut it with your concealer. Just bring it all the way over and bring it under. And just smudge it on out. I think I need a little bit more on that side and that view just to get it a little bit more even. So I'm just going to dip it again and then bring the V again. And then take the smudge brush, got what it's called, and then just smudge it on out. Just buff it on out. So you're just going to buff it into your eye and work it out. Fluff it down. Now when you do the down one, you don't want to work it all the way out down here because that's what's going to give you your that black eye effect. So bring it there, bring it up here, work it into the middle, and work it all the way. It's working that V. And there you go. And then once you're done with that, take concealer again, whatever concealer you use, and then just cut it out to get that cat eye effect. So bring it down and then do a straight line that way. Hopefully get a straight line to cut that on out. And take your beauty blender and then just blend it on out. Blend that on out. And that way I have that cat eye effect. Then all you need to do after this is put on your mascara, which I didn't bring with me. I didn't bring my mascara or eyeliner, so you can do your mascara and then you can do your eyeliner to get the cat eye effect. And that's how you do a smoky eye in 5 easy steps. Now, like I said, usually during work, I do browns, which I do the light brown on the top, the darker, a little darker brown here, and then a matte brown in the crease. And then sometimes I add a pop of purple, that's not purple, of peach. And I bring the peach, like you see where you have your blacks and it ends right here. Sorry, I got hiccups. You're going to bring your, I don't know why I keep saying bleach, your peach and a little bit more, so it gives you a pop of color and brown. And if you want to be really wild, I do this for when I do Comic-Con and cosplay. You can do like a pop of blue, and you can bring it in with the browns. You can even do it with the blacks if you want. So, again, that's how you do a smoky eye in 5 easy steps. And you can see it doesn't look like I have 2 black eyes. Really easy to do. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment me down below or off to the side, and I can always help you guys with anything you have. Again, there's also a link to the side or down below, depending on what view you look at, for my website. If you guys need me to help you make a custom eye palette to help you get your own smoky eye, if you want it in browns or blacks, I'm more than welcome to help you guys. Comment or private message me, and I can help you with again. Again, this is your smoky eye finished looks in 5 easy steps. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see y'all later for the next video. Bye.